What's going on YouTube? This is UltimateiDeviceVids, and this is Tweak Recap. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple great tweaks that are currently available in Cydia. Let's begin. And the first tweak I'm going to show you guys is called BlurSlide. It's available in Cydia for free. And this tweak will bring a modern styled iOS 6 lock screen to your iOS 7 device. So you can see here, I have this new lock screen. I can't slide anywhere. I actually have to slide on the designated area down here to unlock my device. And for those of you who didn't know, that is how iOS 6 and below did work on the lock screen. However, this tweak does have a new design. Again, it takes the iOS 7 design just from all the blurs, for example, in Control Center here and also Notification Center. It takes all that type of design language and implements it into the old lock screen concept. So let's go back to the lock screen here and I'll show you again. So you can see here, again, I have this modern slide to unlock right here. And again, it looks very nice. It does match the rest of the system. There are some settings to configure for this tweak, so after you've installed it, you can go into settings on your device and scroll down until you do see BlurSlide and go in there. And the first thing that you're going to see in here is the toggle switch for enable, and this will allow you to enable or disable this tweak in its entirety. And then we have configuration, and if we go in here, we have various options to configure for this tweak. And let's just go back up to the top here, and the first thing I want to show you is the show bottom box blur toggle. And what this toggle does is it gives you this blur around the slide to unlock box. As you can see, the top and bottom are blurred. And if you don't want that, you could disable show bottom box blur. And then after you make any changes to any of these settings, you need to select save in the upper right hand corner, and it will automatically take effect. It doesn't have to respring reboot your device. Now we could go back to the lock screen and you can see the blur is gone around the slide to unlock box. And again, there's no blur, it's just the normal wallpaper behind it, except for, of course, this little circle here, which is still blurred. And I do prefer that option to be off because I do think this tweak looks a lot better without that blurred box being around the slide to unlock indicator. And next we have require passcode, and basically if you guys have a passcode on your device and you do not want it to ask for your passcode when you slide to unlock with this tweak for whatever reason, you can disable required passcode. And now with this option on, I'm going to go to the lock screen here, and I'll show you that I do have a passcode on my device, and it does ask me, of course, when I unlock. And if I disable it and then select save, and go to the lock screen, you can see when I slide to unlock, it's not going to ask me for my passcode, it'll just let me into the device. However, let's say I was on the lock screen and I were to receive a notification. And as you see here, I do have an iMessage notification, and if I were to slide to reply right here, you can see it's going to ask me for my passcode, and I can put in the passcode and it will open me up right to that message thread. However, again, if you just slide to unlock as opposed to sliding on the notification, it's just going to open up your device without asking for the passcode. So if I were on the lock screen and I received a notification, all I would have to do is just slide to unlock and then open up the app that the notification came from, and I'd be able to see the notification. So you can see I have another iMessage here, and I can slide to reply on that message, and it will ask me for the passcode. I'm just going to select cancel here, and all I have to do to bypass that is just slide to unlock down here, and then open up the app that the message came from. In my case, it is just the Messages app, and then you can see the message is visible right through here. So again, all this option does is disable the passcode from showing up when you slide to unlock on this tweak's knob, the knob down here. Notifications still ask you for a passcode, but again, you could bypass it by just sliding on the knob and then opening up the app that the notification came from. And let's go back into settings here, and there are various other things you can configure. If you scroll down, you have some tint configuration down here. You can have the knob style, and I'm going to go into here and show you some of these knob styles. If you go into style 2, then go back, select save. We could lock our device, and then as you can see, it's just a little bit different, the knob right here. And you could just customize this to your liking. I'll show you a few more. Let's do 3. We'll go back, hit save, go to the lock screen. And you can see that one's definitely a lot different. It has a picture of a lock. And let's go back, and I'll show you one more. Style 4, go back, select save. We'll go to the lock screen, and you can see that's just slightly tweaked from the first and second ones. So slide to unlock here. And again, there's various other customization. You can customize the font down here. And also, if you want to reset all the settings back to default, you could select reset to defaults. And it'll ask you if you want to do it or not. I'm just going to select no because I do not want to do that. And also keep in mind, if you do reset to defaults, the settings app will close, and it's not a crash. That's just how this tweak works. And if we go back, the next option is the makers. And in here, you have the ability to go to the makers website, go to their Facebook page, go to their Twitter page, or email them. And down here are some more credit information. And if we go back, we have the support option. And in here is we'll basically just send an email to the makers of this tweak with some specific information about your device. I'm just not going to show that for security reasons. And the reason that you may want to send this to them is if you're having problems, you could type something else in this email just explaining what your issue is. and it just sends some specific information so they could, help detect what your issue is. Also, in the upper right hand corner of the settings panel, you have this share button, and if you select that, you have the ability to share this tweak with somebody through messages, mail, Twitter, or Facebook. And I'm just going to select Twitter here, and you can see it brings me to a preloaded tweet just supporting the developer and letting everybody that follows me on Twitter know that I like this tweak. And once again, the tweak's called BlurSlide. It's available on Cydia for 99 cents. The next tweak I'm going to be showing you guys is called Don't Scroll to Top. It's available in Cydia for free. And this tweak will make it so if you're inside an application and you're in a page just like this, for example, settings, if you tap on the top of the screen right here on the status bar, you can see it's not going to the top of the page. Normally in iOS, that's what happens. If you tap on the top of the screen right here, it'll automatically go to the top of the page, but you can see it's not doing that anymore. So if you're accidentally doing that all the time, this tweak will again stop that from happening. And you can go all the way down in the settings app until you see Don't Scroll to the Top, and you have the ability to enable or disable the tweak here. And then you could contact the developer through email, Twitter, or go to the source code or donate to the developer. And again, it's called Don't Scroll to Top. It's available in Cydia for free. And that's all for this video. I just wanted to show you guys 2 great Cydia tweaks that are currently available in Cydia. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.